the scene? What are the scars you see behind the smiling faces on your screen? What is the story? What lies beneath the African music? I am Chacha Smith.
And I am Lachlan Audi.
We are Culture Sonic, capturing the essence of African music. Well, hello guys. Good afternoon. Welcome to Culture Sonic. My name is Chacha Smith.
Hello, guys. Good afternoon. My name is Lachlan Audi, and we are your hosts on Culture Sonic.
Of course, she should have said, "Oh, I've been arguing since." So we're here trying to capture all the whole essence concerning the African music. Today we have the pioneers,
The big boys of
You
the big boys,
you know when they say
the bigger boys of the DJ industry in the Nigerian
in Africa,
music space. No, in fact, the world.
this is
The world, actually.
yeah,
The
something like
world.
that. It's true.
Yeah.
And these guys are so. I don't want to say something else, but
Say
of
it.
course,
Say it.
moving forward, he's my very good friend, and it's such an honor to have him or to call him my friend. So if I'm counting my friendship, if I decide to count people who are very dear to me, I'll count him twice. Yes.
I'm going to toast you.
Hey.
I continue.
Okay, guys, just to let you know, I don't want to, let me not go around. I don't want to get emotional. Oh my goodness. This guy has been so good to me. My career, story will not be complete without him also.
Aw.
Someone who looked out for you, whether it has to do with your career or your life or every other thing around you. DJ Neptune is here. It's such an honor to have you on Culture
Thank you.
Sonic.
My head is swelling.
No,
Thank
forget
you
it.
so much.
I've never seen anyone have issue with DJ Neptune.
Apparently there is, but we'll get there. We might
But
not
they
get
can't
there.
explain it. So we have Neptune on Culture Sonic,
Thank you.
guys.
Thanks for having
Hey
me.
guys, we have somebody that is dear to me.
Okay.
Don't copy. Don't copy.
I like that. Just stay original.
Just
Don't
call my
copy.
name and let's start.
No.
No.
Allow me.
Let
Just
me
call
do
my
it.
name. Let's start. the
I
show.
think I met him last year, and since then I've seen how special he is when it comes to DJing and enjoying the craft. There's no other person. I'm sorry. Okay, there are two people, but but I would like to introduce our second guest, a very special person, DJ Crowd Controller.
Yo.
My introduction was not. You know, kill it.
I
the way
know.
she killed
I
it.
feel. Can I say something?
I
But
felt.
he wants me
You
to
just told me for 1 year.
Can
You
I
could
say
have lied
something?
that you know me 2 years.
I feel like
I
his.
should have lied. I should
I
have
feel-
lied.
I feel like his name already sells everything.
Yes.
Crowd
All
Controller.
of us should have just screamed.
Control the crowd. Control the crowd.
Oh my goodness! So thank you guys for being on Culture Sonic,
Thank you.
I don't know why I'm so excited on today's episode
I think it's going to be very, very interesting.
because we started arguing, guys. We started arguing from the beginning.
Oh, God.
Immediately, Lachlan set her eyes on Neptune. Yes, Neptune. All right. So today we're going to be talking about, how this particular conversation we're about to have. Lachlan.
Yes.
We went back and forth about this conversation. Remember when we
Yes.
were like brainstorming about it
Yes.
and talking about the DJs and things they've been doing in the industry to make sure they navigate and also make the music industry grow. We're not talking just Nigeria, we're talking about
The
Africa
world.
and
The
the
world,
world also.
actually.
Africa first, then the world.
Yeah.
All right. So let's look at the DJs and the more like a kind of vital roles they play. All right, when it has to do with global rise of Afrobeats and also how the Afrobeats music has been able to navigate its way, and now we're on a global stage. I would like to start with Neptune, the global DJ. Both of them actually
We're
the global
global
DJs.
DJs. Yep.
Yeah, so but let's start because this question is not just going to be set only to Neptune. Crowd Controller also have to take this question.
Yeah.
But let's go. Let's know. Let people know about the important role, the vital role that you guys have played in trying to push Afrobeats to that world stage.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. So when it comes to the music entertainment, the DJs, the artists, the producers or whatnot, whatever you want to name it, or however you choose to name it. So the DJs has always been the bridge from the creation of the song
Wow.
to
The
when
bridge.
it's time to get
The
served to the
customers.
people.
Yeah,
You get me? Because
honestly.
you have DJs on radio, you have DJs at pub, nightclub, you have DJs at all sort of events, weddings, corporate events, private gigs, and whatnot. And you have millions of DJs around the world. I mean, there are DJs and there are DJs, but
Facts.
regardless of
On
whoever
the
it
line.
is, you get me? They take the finished products
Mm-hmm.
and they dish it out to the audience. And they dish it out to the audience, not the regular way the audience would play it on their playlist, but with different energy, different vibe, be it a refix, be it a live remix, because we have very good creative DJs who just like extract the acapellas, place it on something else, and then it becomes a complete different vibe entirely. And it just excites the listeners, the consumers, because that way you get a different experience. And then when you're in your space, that experience takes you back to that song and you want to keep listening. And that's what has happened with our music from this side of the world, and also exporting it, taking it out there. And I mean, it's been a continuous growth. And it's also a good time to be alive to see where
I
Afrobeat
love that.
is right now. And to anyone that cares to know, this is just the beginning of this
Come
genre. It's not
on.
dying anytime soon.
Let me faint.
Please, we need your life. So I'll pass it to my
Controller,
guy,
control the crowd,
CK.
control the crowd.
Yeah.
Your neighbor,
Hey,
so
God.
it's an aura
That's a
about
very
you.
powerful
Yes,
name.
very powerful.
You
Very
know,
powerful.
hey God. Where do I start from? Afrobeats
From the crowd.
to the world. It's crazy because I keep telling people, like, when I was in uni, like in the UK, like, playing to be African was not cool.
Mm.
Like, I remember then, like, the clubs, they won't play Afrobeats. There were some DJs like DJ Case, DJ Shorty, the exclusive, that would play it, and you could see the club managers, hey, why you guys playing this? But we, the Africans, we try and really, get that ginger. And now seeing it like being the main, because I was in London last year for a tour, and the guy driving me back home from the gig, he was playing like, I was like, yo, how do you know? He was like, yeah, he lost Afrobeat. It's like an Igbo guy. Like, man, it's crazy because it was not cool before. So now it's crazy how like music has shifted to that space, and it's important for the DJs to, because if those guys didn't really push it, then like, okay, I'll play this set, I'll play this whiskey song, I'll play this song with that song during their own set. People really, they won't really like it. So it's very important for the DJs to take that risk to play Afrobeats like out there. Because I remember also when we did One Africa Music Fest in New York, and I remember to the day we were not sure if the show would rock. Like Mr. Paul was like, "Man, are you sure we can fill out this place?" Like with even me, I was like, "Oh, I don't." I was like, "Man, I don't think." But
You were
people
not
came
sure.
out. Like it was
you
crazy.
imagine?
People came out, and it was to the last day we knew that okay, it's sold out. Like the last couple of hours, like okay, it's sold out. Because we wanted to buy some tickets. Like we want to give our tickets. Like oh no,
It's done.
it's done. I was like, are you
Sold
kidding
out.
me? Like, yeah, it's done. But like, it's never been done before. And the whole of Brooklyn were excited to come and hear. So it's like Neptune said, it's the best time to be. I can't believe
Yeah.
what like we are winning Grammy casually. Like, see, we used to stay up late to watch Grammy then. And imagine like now seeing our people there, even people attending.
Yeah.
Like, and now it's just like normal. We're not winning. We're even complaining that we not win.
Like, why won't fight?
Why won't fight? I think we just really need to appreciate. We need to take a step back and appreciate where we
how
are,
far we've
Yeah.
come.
because that's how life is. You just don't know. You just be going. It's normal, but it's not normal. Guy, we won. Don't want to win Grammy. Hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting, but
No,
You're
no, you're not.
not.
It's
You're
a
not.
big
You're
deal.
not. It's a big
It's
deal.
a
It's
big
a big deal
deal.
because I remember back then when I was still on Raper FM, with the likes of Mr. Kenny Ogugbe and Daya Adine. Yeah, they will always go to the Staples Center to have like a red carpet report of the Grammys. In fact, one of my first international jingle that I had was through them from Akon, Tipping, and the likes. It was obviously interviewing them on the red carpet and having them to do drops for DJs like myself back home. And then moving from that era, which is probably less than 20 years ago, to our guys not just only winning, but actually performing at the Grammys. It's a huge
Awesome.
thing to celebrate.
Okay, so we're now on Afrobeats to the world, and that means you've played in on international stages, right?
Yeah.
How do you or how have you managed to preserve the African elements while bearing in mind that you still need to satisfy the foreigners, or like you need to satisfy their own taste of music and all of those? How is that going for you?
It's going well, and that's where the creativity comes in as a DJ.
Mm,
As a DJ, you're the center stage. The audience already believe you know what you're doing. You're here to drive the night, drive whatever it is you want to. Because as trust me, this I tell people, right? This is a ministry. When you're on
mm,
that, when you're in front of those people, that's your podium,
come on.
and the decks is like your
Mm-hmm.
microphone. You're not communicating
Sitting
with
with
them all the
them,
time, but you're
yeah.
speaking with them through the mixers and whatnot you're doing. So for me, what I do basically, I mean, when I find myself in territories that like are white dominated with like less
Yeah.
African audience, and I know I have to stay original, I have to keep preaching that African to the world. So if I'm maybe playing EDM now
Okay.
with latest technology, I can seize off the acapella and
Mm,
then put in like a popular
mm.
Afrobeat record,
Afrobeats, yeah.
and then from there it's just like, oh, like what's
What's
going
going
on? Oh,
on?
that sounds nice, and
Oh.
you know, and then from there, gradually, it creeps in to their mind, and then they go out, go back, do their research, and then they find the record. So that's part of the creativity that we say because I'm in rooms where people are saying, "What do you people do? You just play to music. I have a
Mm.
better playlist. Go out there.
And
There you
yeah.
understand the tension. You understand
Mm.
how it
True,
is.
true.
So I will always say it's a good time to be alive because if not for this genre, like the places I've been to, like this year I was having a like random conversation with my guy, and I was like, you just be traveling, traveling, traveling. How many countries have you been to? And then I took a step back and I'm like,
Mm.
If
actually,
you know, may I bend
from January to July,
so much.
I've done 16 countries
Come
and
on.
23 cities.
Wow.
Come on.
I'm like,
Crazy.
if not for Afrobeats,
Afrobeats to the
Getting
world
lit.
indeed.
you
Come
get me?
on.
So
Yes.
it's a good time to be alive. I will
Yeah.
always
And you know,
preach
you
it.
kept saying it.
Yes.
No, it is
Yes,
because
it
if not for
is.
this, like I wouldn't
Yeah.
have been
Yes.
opportune to be in
Yes.
those
Neptune,
spaces.
cause soap
You
for
know,
your
so-
people.
Hmm. True, true.
Now, okay, so by the use,
Black soap.
Wait, I'm sorry, please. Let me just ask.
okay.
Crowd controller.
Yeah.
You know we've heard a lot of
Okay.
I'm a piano. I'm a piano. You want to drink water? I'm a
Our
piano.
our piano.
You want to sleep.
So, as a DJ that plays, like, I know you play internationally as well. How do
Yeah.
you manage to still maintain Afrobeats within this wave of I'm a piano thing going on?
So it's like Neptune said, it's creativity. But then again, it's also a bit of maths because the beat per minute, that's the BPMs. And the
Teach
BPMs
us.
the BPMs we use, like we have some songs that are 130. And the songs they also like, let's say if you're doing like a house set, are also
Mhm.
130. So it's also on the same time, beats, and energy you're giving. For example, there was a gig we did in St. Lucia, and they listen to soca. And
Mm.
soca is like I keep telling people soca is the best.
Soca
type
is
of
high
music.
energy.
It's
Mm.
high
It's high energy.
energy.
It's like you're on steroids.
And I realized that we have tracks that are like that.
Mm.
And we don't even really. And by the time when I went on and played it, they're like, man, why are you playing? Like, we love this. Like, this is another level. And I just realized that it's all the same math. It's just like, well, like music is universal.
Yes,
It's
it
the
is.
same thing, just in different languages or in different, times or different places. So it's the vibe is always going to be there because the energy is the same. So I tell people it's just the maths. If you join the BPMs together, like if you have the right things, it would work. But speaking on Amapiano,
Mm.
it's not everybody. See the reason why
We don't think that is right.
So I'll chip in something, right?
It's
I feel
everybody
like
what? No, sorry.
Just
It's
everybody
everybody what?
it's not everybody that feels Amapiano. Do you know?
Are you sure?
Yes, and you
Because
can't really
like-
play Amapiano for that long because it kind of gets repetitive.
Yes,
and
very
so you have to
repetitive.
kind of switch it up.
Does it get boring?
Not boring,
you?
but it's just
Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll feel different things. We the people rocking and then the DJ. I don't know.
for if you can't listen to Amapiano for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Can you?
Because now I get what he's saying. It's the same beat.
It's the same beat
It
and
does
it's
not-
calm. Nigerians were very energetic.
Yes.
So that's why we always have this problem. Oh, Nigerians always put up the BPM for Amapiano. And there's
We
always
we
a-
try to put something else
We have
in
to
between.
Yes,
because
we have
Oh,
to.
now
our
I get
energy
it.
will not allow us to. You cannot just be
to just
forming
start one
two.
place.
You be the
So are you
problem.
saying? So are you saying that Afrobeat makes Amapiano
I don't know
better?
what you're saying,
No,
but
I'm
don't
not
you
saying
wanted to
that.
add
I'm
something?
not-
So just to answer you,
Okay.
it's so let's stay clear. It's different genre, right?
Okay.
And everyone has what they like. If you're in the southern part of Africa,
Yeah.
they're heavy on amapiano, guam, house music. Now Afro house is now beginning to become a thing.
Mhm.
You get me? So that's what they love. And if me as a Nigerian DJ, if I find myself in that space, definitely I have to play what would make them
Yeah.
happy and then introduce
Mm.
a bit of where I am coming from. So, like he said, it's just a matter of being smart and understanding how to blend it. But right now, like both genre are up there, right? Everyone is loving Amapiano, everyone is loving Afrobeat. So you, the DJ in charge, you now need to be smart to understand how to blend it. Like I was playing somewhere yesterday and I was building my tempo, nice afro. I was doing some refixes, and then the audience were already frowning like me, like, I would do something, they would love it, but I could tell they wanted high spirit, they wanted that I'm a piano. And the moment I dropped one, like, yeah. So it's there's a time for it. You
Yeah.
get me? You just need to understand that time and make that switch. But both genre are doing amazingly well.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you're still here on Culture Sonic, right? And we're talking about how, how the DJs, how they are transforming and impacting the Afrobeats culture and all that. So let's also look at some notable DJs who have actually, in a very, very, very important way, done something, influenced the Afrobeats, especially in Africa. I know we have them, and this one I need names. Yes, people who have actually done things to influence the Afrobeat culture, people who have gone out of their ways to contribute heavily when it has to do with Afrobeats.
Mm. So I mean, if to answer that question, we have to go way back.
Let's
We
have
have to
it.
go way back before our era. So would have to put people like Grandmaster Lee in that mix. You have to put people like Uncle DJ Jimmy Jat in that mix. JAJ the Mercadon, you have to put them in that mix. Olisa Debo as well. Because these were the people that when African music, Kenny
Kenny.
Ogugbe, Dio D1. What's that? That's I can't remember the name. Now maybe when I remember. So these were the key players in the early stage of Afrobeats. There's still a lot more names I can't remember right now, and they contributed their own quarter, and then the guys after their own era took it to another level, and then you would want to mention. I don't even want to mention myself in that mix.
I
They
was
have to
wondering
mention
why you don't
Neptune.
want to mention
Neptune
your
is-
name. Why you don't want
Neptune
to?
is on my list.
but it's been a collaborative effort from everybody's corner subconsciously.
Yeah.
A Spinall is somewhere DJing, he's putting his craft out there, people are loving it. Big N, Crowd Controller, KY's, myself, DJ Humidity, Snoop the Damager. Like the list
Wow.
is trust me, if I start naming names, we would end this podcast. You get me? But everyone has played their own role in elevating the genre. And I remember then when I was still on radio and not just okay, I just come in to play. And then the digital space that we're in now is not what it used to be then,
Yeah.
whereby you can just easily bootleg records. Now I'm happy that people are gradually getting off that era of bootlegging records and actually streaming records right now, which is putting money in an Afrobeat artist pocket. But then being on radio, when the artists bring their CDs for promotion on radio, what I did was to extract the audio and send it to the Nigerian DJs in diaspora because we had a Nigerian DJ pool. Shout out to DJ D Money and DJ 3K in Chicago. They were heading that. And then DJs connected to that pool go on there, get the record, they download it legally, and then they start to add it up to their set. So all of these elements has played key roles in the growth of Afrobeat. Like we might not tell the story the way it is, because everyone wants to sugarcoat whatever it is, but I'll just say it plain black. You cannot deny the role the DJs have played
Yeah.
in the growth of this
Obviously,
genre.
yeah.
Oh my
Point blank.
goodness. Hey.
That's it.
Aw.
Yes.
Do you want to chip
No,
in?
but Neptune's have said everything. Of course, if I'm saying, you have to say Neptune because he has
You know,
pushed.
he mentioned that Neptune is on my list.
Yeah, well, Neptune has pushed like even when like I was coming up, I was like, man, I can just be like
Like
Neptune
Neptune.
small as it.
Let me
Oh.
remind you, I
Just
remember
this
our
is-
first gig together was at Eco Hotel. It was an MTN event.
Yes. I'm like, man, is this Neptune
Luckily,
real
what
life?
was our first gig together?
No, I
Getting
always
lost. I'm like, what?
no, I always tell people that they should really because the world is really crazy right now and everybody's just like I always tell them like really enjoy the journey because
Yes, the journey.
it's like it happens so
So fast.
quickly.
fast,
You're like
yeah.
you don't even know where because like I remember like man if I can just get a gig in a hotel like I wonder what they do here because you just watch on TV. So it's happening at a hotel. I'm like man this thing is real life like so playing that I was like
Look
It
at you
was-
now.
Yeah, so you
Look
see,
at
so
you
you see,
now.
just to add to what he said, that's beautiful because I tell DJs like whatever it is you're doing, just make sure you have yourself intact.
Yeah.
Work on yourself. So when people are having conversations of who to book or whatnot,
Yeah.
you are in the mix.
Yes, yes.
Take off that mentality of my aim is to knock him off the top and take over. That's where people get it wrong because our destinies are different.
different.
Yeah.
I will always play the gig that God has destined me to play.
Facts.
So
Facts.
you work on your own time.
Mhm.
So no, work on yourself. So when the time comes, you get your gig, you build yourself up, and boom. And just also mention some names that escaped my mind. I mean, we have to put people like exclusive in on that
Yeah.
list as well. DJ Case, because I remember when Channel O started doing video mix.
DJ Case,
Yeah,
my
we
God.
also were on that
DJ
as well,
Case,
and we're
yeah.
exporting our African music. And also shout out to DJ Waxy as well.
Mm.
And my girl Lambo.
DJ Lambo,
Lambo.
DJ Nana, like
Yes,
names are
yes,
like
yes, yes.
I'm
We
remembering
just
names
get
now.
it.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was going to ask when she asked you about how the roles that DJs are playing in exporting African music to the world. I was expecting to hear that you are collaborating with real artists to push out their music as well. Because I know you have a number of songs that you've done with a couple of artists, you as well. So I would like for you to speak on that because I think that's one of the techniques. That's how you export.
Well, the technique, well, it's safe to say that, but for me, there's a bit of my journey into me now trying to create my own tracks. Like when I wanted to start my career as a DJ, my dad was like, hell no, no way. But before then, I wanted to be an artist.
Oh.
So I was actually I was learning how to sing. One of my uncles would come every weekend, try to tutor me, but my dad kicked against it. And then there was a day I snuck out of the house to attend a party, and that was when I saw a DJ for the first time. And I just fell in love. Like, okay, you know what? I think this is it. I know I want to be in the entertainment space. So now developing myself from the early stage to now becoming a household name. And I knew there's this part of me that still want to be able to do music, but maybe not now as the artist, but as a collaborator. So that's when I now started reaching out to artists, and shout out to the Ice Prince, to the MIs, because those were the early guys I worked with in creating my own first record. YQ as well, Shank, and then from there I just started building up. So some DJs have it in them, while some just be like, okay, you know what, I'm in this position. What's the next step? I should start owning my own records, because either you like it or not. I've had conversations as well, like, you people don't sing now. Sometimes you don't even make the beats. But I'll give you a reference. Diagram continue to rest in peace. 2010, when I released 123 Remix with him, Diagram was on top of his game. MI was on top of his game. Natos, he was on top of his game. So imagine I didn't have that initiative to put these people together before Diagram passed away. They probably would have been a record. So those are part of the values that we add to this game. So you don't discredit us. Like, we'll
Don't
key
discredit
players.
them.
Get
Yeah.
the flowers, guys. Bring
You
the
know, so-
flowers.
Yeah, and speaking on like when people say DJs just do, I try to tell people that as much as we're artists and when I'm doing my sets, I may like something to be like this, to be like that. So like the project I'm working on, I'm like, yo, the set I want to play, I want it to be like this. So and I cannot rely on an artist to go and record the way I want you to record. So I need it to be a certain type of way so that my sets can be, done, because that's how it's done abroad. Because DJs, this EDM DJs and big DJs, they make that songs according to what they want that sets to be like. So I feel that should be the way like things are done.
Just
for
to add to
DJs.
that, even before like the EDM DJs, I don't know if you remember the eras of dubstep,
Yes,
where you have
yes,
artists,
yes.
like an artist will put out a record, send to DJs, and then individual DJs will have like their own hype.
own hype in it.
And
So it just gives you a different, like you want to
Mhm.
keep playing the song like that. That was a completely different way of
Mhm.
promoting their record, because that way you know your name is constantly mentioned on that
constantly
song.
mentioned.
So it's like a reminder, like, oh, I need to play this guy on my
Mhm.
set, So
But let me ask though, DJs are supposed to influence like the party culture in the country, right? It's believed by some
the
people.
DJs
that
are
this
the
is-
life of the party.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying they're supposed to do that. Yeah. But why are we not seeing it? There's a way I'm looking at it, like seeing like DJs and just DJs and parties.
But that's what's
That's
happening
happening.
now.
That's
Yeah, but how come December we don't have like we keep waiting for a lot of people to come in? Like we
What
keep
do you mean
waiting for
waiting
the
for
big
what?
waiting for the other artists, like
No,
the
let me,
headliners.
no. Let me tell you
So,
something. This
okay, go,
December
go.
that happened.
Go.
Yes.
Yo, DJs took the whole December, and I'm not even joking. DJs and hype men. I did a couple of end of year parties for companies, and I'm like, oh, where are the artists? They're like, no artists, just DJ and hype man. Let's have fun, because if you really think about it, when you book, I don't want to call any artist, but when you book some people,
Mhm.
they'll come perform 10 minutes, and they've gone with 100 million naira. And not the DJ that they've paid, not as much, will be there for 2 hours, and you guys will be rocking.
You know why I asked? Because I like, okay, it's not a culture yet. If it just happened in December,
No,
before
it is.
December-
No, it's been happening.
Okay, so I want to ask. Sorry to cut you. How often do you go out?
Oh, Neptune, I try my best.
You try your best.
Yes.
Okay. I asked for a reason. How often do you go out?
No, so I try my best.
Okay, so now I understand. So, I mean, the reason for asking that question
Yes.
is for the past 2-3 years, there's been a culture shift.
Yeah.
So
in
that's
this
the
game.
culture I was talking about. Yeah.
There's been a culture shift from artists, no disrespect, artists will forever be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But right, there's been this, okay, yes, you are XYZ, but we just want something different. And the next in line that can create that vibe are the DJs, because mind you, you have that one artist. Yes, some of them, they bring a lot of creativity into their sets, but it's still their records at the end of the day. But an artist gives you a completely different vibe, different genre, different journey, right? And now people are not getting to understand that, okay, you know what? It's not really about the artist anymore. It's about we just wanting to have a good time.
I was thinking it was about affordability.
Yes, about the artistry.
There is that.
Also that too.
There is that
Also
as well,
that too.
which has
Also
kind
that.
of like helped the culture shift.
Mhm.
Yes, for
Because
DJs
now
and hype
Attitude
men.
People
also
are going back,
Yes.
assessing previous events, and
Okay.
be like,
Mhm.
okay, yes, we had this artist.
Mhm.
Good.
So
What's the
what did we
review of the
get?
entire event? The DJ played a major role. Okay, let's try that one more time.
Huh.
And then when you do that, you see like, okay, this is something. And that's where you have, shout out to my colleagues, DJ Obi's house.
Yeah.
You have DJ Consequence, Vibes with
But-
Consequence.
yes.
You have DJ Dino who's doing something amazingly well on the mainland. You need to go check
Yes,
that out
yes,
in
yes,
Abuleba.
yes.
Like over 2,000 people. So right now, there's a culture shift. It's more of a rave.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time.
Yes.
Okay, DJ Neptune, do you think people are tired of the club scenes? Do you think people are just tired of
I
booking
will not lie
artists?
to you. The
I need
club
us
scene,
to go
the
directly.
club scene here is whack.
It's whack.
No,
It's
we're
whack. I don't
clubbing.
understand the concept of you leave your house to go and listen to music. Then you get there, you pop bottle, and then you are pinging. Yeah, like
No, but do you know what? It's not even in Nigeria. It's around the world. The tables, the sections
Yes,
has killed
yes.
club
I
life.
agree.
Yeah,
I
they've
agree.
taken off dancing, and now it's just about how commercial the business can be.
Let me tell you, even if they create the dance space here, we like to form too much. Nobody will want to take that boat step
See,
to go and say, let me
if the
go and
set
dance.
is good, if the set is good, I
See,
assure you.
even if the
not
set
set
is
will
good,
always be
you
good.
will
No,
form.
it's not
No,
true. It's
you
not
will
true.
form.
Set will
There are
always be
times that
good.
there are times that I've gone out and
Yeah.
I did not dance, not because I didn't want to dance, or even if originally I had planned not to dance. There was one time I went out and crowd controller was playing. My plan was I will not dance.
But you
Why?
danced.
But you did.
But crowd controller
Yeah,
made
he
me
controls the
dance.
crowd. Now that's his name. So you
That's
must
what I'm
dance.
saying.
They control you at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. The set.
No.
The
See,
set.
see.
So-
Regardless of that, people
How the
just want to
DJs
form.
play too.
No.
No,
People-
no,
when
it's
you
not
come
the
to
set.
the club, you buy
It's
your
not the set.
bottles. You're there.
Like,
You now
people
come
have
out
to
and
listen
dance.
to the
No,
DJs.
no.
This is
Exactly.
their
So,
job.
so you see, like me traveling around and seeing different setup and all of that. Like the concept of you leaving your space to go out at night to have fun
Mm-hmm.
is for you to dance away your sorrow, forget your problems, and
But if
then.
I don't have
But
sorrows,
here, it's
Even
just
better.
you just it'd be even better. You just want to have
Mm-hmm.
a good time. But in this side of the world, the setup, one, right? But even at that, I don't want that to be an excuse because you can still have a nice setup and have a cute dance area where
Mhm.
people know that okay, yeah, I can be in my space, but if I really want to get loose, I
Mm.
walk up to the dance floor and enjoy myself. But
so the way we're seeing things unfolding these days, that means we're yet to even experience more intimate kind of session with DJs and more rooftops, more living room parties. That means it's going to come big. People rely heavily on that.
No. We're already doing that. Okay, but understand that Nigeria, we still hold the club as highest thing. People
Mm-hmm.
still go, but it's dying now. Like I can tell you because I play a lot of clubs. I can tell you that the
Mm.
clubs are suffering now because, first of all, economy is not helping.
inflation, yeah.
Things are very expensive, and people, there's a demographic, people that go out clubbing,
Mm.
they can't spend the amount you want them to spend in the club. A table now, you're looking at 2 million naira to sit down on a table, watch some people dance, you drink your this thing, and that's the end of the night. It doesn't make any sense anymore. Do you understand? So that's why all these raves and all these pop-up shows DJs are doing are really, really doing well. People go, like, you need to, there's this thing they do, Element House.
Yeah, Element
It's
House. I forgot.
unbelievable.
So Neptune, I'm going to ask you when it comes to booking DJs for performances. I know that for artists they have riders, they have technical riders, hospitality riders, and all the riders there is.
Yeah.
But for DJs, do you guys have riders? Do you have like a guide as to how you should be treated when you're booked for performances?
All right, so I can speak for myself. I
Yeah.
do have a rider,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I get booked, I send my rider because, mind you, I'm not traveling with my equipment, so I need to be sure you have what
Yeah.
is convenient for me to play with. I can play on anything, but then it has to be in good condition and all of that because at the end of the day, I don't want to get there and then I can't do anything. So what's the point of even booking Neptune in the first place? So I have my rider, my hospitality rider as well, which I won't, in all fairness, when it comes to dealing with promoters outside the shores of my country, it's easy because they understand
Where's your country?
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Outside the shores of your country, that's deep.
You get me? So they understand.
Wow.
But when you're dealing with some setting, I don't know if I should call them agency or event planners or something.
Individuals.
Mind you, when they are doing their planning, quote unquote, you are the least person. They would have paid, they would have booked venue, booked caterer, booked security, everything. Then they will not remember that
Before
oh,
DJs.
yes.
Mhm.
And then they will not come as oh, we have not booked DJ. Oh. Then they will not come at you like, oh, Baba, how far now?
But Neptune, or you think that's what's
It's
happening?
what is happening. It's what has been happening. They will not come at you like, Baba, how far now? There's this event next week. Are you available?
Wow.
And then if luckily you're available, say, okay, the budget don't tie to my brother. You're already sinking it in my head like we might not be able to afford your fee, but we want you. So you see that level of professionalism it has already declined. So at that point, me, I'm like in my okay, by the time I say my guy, this my rider is like, and then the conversation now goes from okay, they won't tell you, but then they are speaking to you, they're speaking to like maybe like 20 other DJs trying to compare price, which is cool, is okay, because my mentality is mine will always be mine. So if I give you my terms and conditions and you don't come back to me, that's it.
Okay.
Luckily for me, it's always like God is saving me from taking the least money because something big will now come for that same day. You get me? That's happened most of the time, but it's very sad because, mind you, our equipments are expensive.
Yeah.
The laptop is expensive. You go into these venues, sometimes there's always fights and all of that. And nobody is securing you, no insurance, nothing. Now you can't even put those. You can't. By the time you list those things, these guys are going to come to you like, "Why are you acting like a diva? Is it not just music?"
For real.
Yeah, but you still want to be in business because another thing is communication. If it doesn't go well with them, they are going back to the agency or the client who specifically requested for you. Say, oh, that guy is difficult to work with. I've had issues like that.
So there's cancel culture in your industry.
Standard.
Very
Standard.
Standard. Now God they save us.
Ah.
Don't worry.
in fact, it's our skills, God and our skills.
Exactly.
If you're not good, they'll be like, man, why wouldn't we book? Sometimes it's even as simple as, okay, you're traveling somewhere. I need 2 tickets to say, no, I cannot fly you and somebody just to leave you. So only me.
They cannot fly you and somebody.
Mhm.
So you will have to go alone.
Did you
Did I
negotiate these things? Did you
Yes,
let them
now.
know? from the
No,
onset? Like
of
now,
course.
Neptune has said that he has a rider.
See, as
Do
you
you
said
have
that
one?
right there.
In this
they'll
side of
tell
the
you-
world, the rider know they work.
Right,
oh.
it not
And
see.
It doesn't
for
work.
DJs.
It's just very few people that understand
I
the
understand that.
techniques
Okay.
of the job.
Mhm.
That knows that, okay, yes, send us your
Wow.
rider. Let's look through it and take what we have. What we don't have, we source for it. What we can do, they will now go back and forth. But some, by the time you're mentioning rider, it's like you're acting like a diva.
Mhm.
No, it's for me to have a smooth journey
Yeah.
on this job.
Mhm.
You get me? We are also artists as well. We're
Mhm.
equally the same as the A-list artists that you
Yeah.
book. I understand there's only, this artist, I don't want to mention him. This artist only has that specific vocals, the amazing songs and all of that. But trust me, the DJs we play mix different songs. We create a different vibe and energy.
Mhm.
You actually put in the
You see,
work.
what hurts me the most? When they're having event flow,
Mm.
right? And this is where they've done all the whole arrangement and everything.
Yeah.
They will now come and remember that we need a DJ that will fill in between.
Mm.
That's the conversation. We need you to come and fill. You don't need me to fill in between. You need me to keep the energy of the vibe in between when you are
between.
trying to switch to another
Transition.
segment of the event. Don't come at me like we need you to fill in. No.
Wow. You said something about the cancel culture, yeah?
Yeah.
Please, I don't know, man.
And you know
You
what?
guys are going
and-
through a
and-
lot.
and
I
it's-
need a true live account you've heard of. Maybe it's happened to you or you've heard of some other
Man.
person.
Okay, let me even tell you one. This one
Please
is
tell me
this one
two.
is crazy. Okay, let me tell you two. This one is crazy. So we're doing a wedding somewhere, and a fight broke out,
Yeah.
and someone brought out a gun. This is in a wedding. Someone
you
brought out a
imagine?
gun, and everything scatter.
Someone brother.
A gun. And everything scattered. True life, everything scattered. So this is me struggling for my life, trying to live.
Trying to
And the
secure
people are like,
equipment.
no, don't go. Don't go. You still have to play. I'm like, play for what?
Or the people they want.
I'm like, play for what? They say if you go, it's not going to tell. I said, bro, what if they shoot me here? What am I going to say? I'm telling you.
God, I'm not laughing.
And they helped, they said, no, you're not going anywhere. You have to finish because the party was rocking. And as the whole fight
It was
started,
rocky. Somebody
and
saw Steve brought out a gun.
out- and guess what? After everything,
The party continued.
the party continued. And I'm like, I was looking at the plan. I'm like, yo, I'm risking my life doing this event just because
getting peanuts.
I'm getting peanuts just because, say, if I go now, they'll say, this guy is a diva. He just left the party halfway. But I have the right to live because
Your
my life is
yes,
in stake. And sometimes, they'll book you. Like the other time they booked me now, I got to the States I was going to. No car, nothing to take me to where I was going to. And like, you guys booked me all the way from Lagos. I'm here, like, why am I going to leave the airport to go? Nothing. Okay, we got to the hotel, they booked for us. They're not even paid for the hotel. So you see, this kind of things, like, they just expect you to just go with the flow, like, yeah, whatever, like, just carry on going. And I'm like, if you now demand or say, okay, I'm not playing, they'll say, this guy's a diva. Like,
Well, have you ever had anyone say to your face,
Of course.
that's you? I'll make sure you don't get a job.
Yes, people will say,
People.
yes, now they'll say I make sure. But the funny thing, like the crazy thing, like I said, is God and your skills. If you are bad, you are bad. Like you eat. That's what I always tell DJs: work on yourself. Like forget everything around you. Work on yourself.
I'm cold.
I remember there was a time I really wanted to play in the clubs, and for some reason the clubs were not taking me. Like there was like, we don't look at it as a club. I'm like, okay. I went to a club that wasn't doing so well, and I'm like, can I play here? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, I need percentage on. Like, yeah, sure. And I was there for like 3-4 years, and rocking the place,
Awesome.
earning way more than anybody like in that place. So I always tell these other DJs like, look in within you. Like, what entrepreneurs, like, we do whatever we need to do. If nobody's booking you for shows, create your own show and do it. Like, you'll be shocked. That's what will elevate you, and brands will not start coming. Yeah, we like what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you like what I'm doing. When you're seeing, when you're seeing what I want. It's true now, but this, same people that are trying to book you, I do like, we don't know him. But once you work on yourself and push your brand out there. Hmm.
Neptune, why are you dodging this story?
What story is that?
He heard him say, I said, okay, has somebody ever looked at you before and said to you, so I will make sure you don't get a job in this industry. I'll make sure you don't you stop DJing.
My own ideology about life is you are not God. You
Was
didn't-
it ever
you didn't-
happened to you?
No, of course. Of course. Because sometimes, in as much as I'm a
Wow.
very cool-headed, nice guy,
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to be blunt.
I like that you know that you're nice.
Yeah, you just know. And know that, like, so on the business side, like,
Mhm.
I try not to get into that conversation because there's a part of me, like, regardless of whatever it is,
Yeah.
I still want to try and make things work.
Okay.
But you're in an environment whereby you trying to make things work is not being appreciated.
Mhm.
So then what's the point? Like he said, he was booked to go DJ in another state. So you, the agency or the event planner that booked him, didn't it occur to you that there need to be a ride at the airport that will take him to his hotel?
Wow.
It's a no-brainer thing, you get me? So, like, I mean, my own ideology, you are not my God. If you're trying to cancel me, you can't cancel me. Like I said, your God and your
And your
skills.
skills.
Just keep working on
And then they
yourself.
will always come.
Yours will come your way and you will eventually eat. And that person that wants to cancel you will still come and party in your party.
Yes,
Standard.
and will still pay you money. I've seen people that they want to pay the money, they're only shaking because they don't want. But the clients, I said,
I've
you
been
have
in
to-
such conversations
as
too.
in- and you're not looking at them like, hey, yeah.
You see your life?
Yeah. So
Why you
it's
guys, man?
hmm,
So
it's
if you don't
crazy.
have, one thing I've just realized from this conversation is that if you don't have like guts, if you don't have the heart, you might just
Yeah, no, you
Stop.
might get frustrated.
you might just be like, let me just look for another hustle. Maybe let me just go and sell.
Because DJing is like a one-man business.
Hmm.
You're on your own by yourself, especially like if you're not like, if you know, some people have management, this, that, but if you're on your own,
Hmm.
you know, you have to really sort out everything. So you have to really believe in yourself and work. I keep saying work on yourself because that's the only way you would get that, you know, results.
Man, if you leave us here, we'll gist till tomorrow comes. Luckily,
I was
what's
going
running
to
on your
talk
mind?
about influence. Now I know that one of the reasons why they would book a Neptune or a crowd controller over that other DJ that just plays is because you guys have the influence. Now, how do you use your influence to help these events? Because I've seen that you've talked about how event planners aren't paying well. They're not taking care
Why
of you
did
guys
you just giggle
as
about
they
that?
should. As they should. Like, how are you using your influence to help that event?
So it depends on the communication.
Mm.
If you're booking me to come do a guest set, obviously I know you would want me to promote.
Mm-hmm.
And to that, there's a level of promotion
Fact.
I would do. I would give you my image right, create your flyer, and then I'll post on my social media.
You won't do video.
So that's why I said it depends on the communication.
Okay.
So now, if you want me to make a video, it depends on what you're paying me.
Mm.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get me? Because then it's now like, okay, I've given you the image. Now you want visuals. Okay, it's not a problem, but the communication and the money. Because then
but,
it's
but,
now.
But would you charge separately from what you've been paid initially?
So you've booked me to perform because that's a talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you want to use my image. It's like
Oh.
advertisement.
But it's
Like
your
booking
it's your
image
influence.
rights.
Is your influence not one of the elements that influence your charges or your fees?
But you're already taking an influence by putting his name on the event.
Wait. I'm coming
No,
somewhere.
no,
I'm
no.
getting somewhere because
Wow.
I know that a lot of times people say that promotion is the primary obligation of the promoter or the event organizer.
Yes.
But I think to an extent as well, you that you're coming, you would not like to go for an event and nobody's there. Okay?
Standard.
Yeah. So you
Standard.
at least in good faith, is something that
Yeah. So in good faith, yes,
Mhm.
I would give you the visuals. But now, where I say communication, is different when you ask me to do a video and I make a video and I give to you, and you, the promoter, you now use that video to go promote your event, as compared to you now telling me I have to post it morning, post it afternoon, post it night. Automatically, I'm owning the event. So what are you paying me? If it's something, if you want me to communicate it like, oh, this is my thing, then you have to give me what's that, as compared to you just paying me for. So you see, like, promoters are very tricky.
Very tricky.
Once they've paid you that money and you've confirmed,
Want
okay,
you to do
Baba,
everything.
send me your picture. And you go do video now. Okay, I want you to post this morning. Bruh, is it a Neptune life in concert event?
But my own is even like when they say that video, what annoys me is that it's like the video is not going to make or break the party. I always tell people, like, if you want to do video, and I'm very good at visuals. If you want to do video, I feel book a session, let's shoot a video properly and
They should
promote your
come to
event.
you and shoot
No,
the
no,
video
book
or-
a session, whatever.
Okay.
Let's go and shoot a video. Promote that event properly. I think that makes more of a statement than just the what's up, guys? I'm gonna be here. I'm going
Just to let them know that the big fish is coming.
It's your influence.
No,
I'm
I-
banking on that.
No, I understand where you're coming from. So it's a win-win on both sides, right? For me, if you want me to do extra, then when I'm giving you that exact fee, don't kick back at me. Don't
Okay.
argue, because now I'm not just coming to perform as a talent. I'm promoting the show the way you want me to promote it. If you book me, I'll promote regardless. When you send me the flyer, I'll post. And like you said, that's already a tool of communication that okay,
Yeah.
this guy has confirmed. But some people just feel like, oh no, Baba, oh, my
There's
people
no
for this
video.
area, oh, if they never see video.
Yeah.
And I also understand because they've worked with some talents
Yeah.
whereby they eventually don't make the event. Maybe something happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then they automatically
Say the
just feel
lie.
like, oh, it's when they see video. But regardless, even when they send the video, if the dude is
It's
not
still
going to
gonna
make it,
show.
you get me? So-
That video they used to tire me. I have a winning video. Like, man, we need video. No. In the next 30 minutes, I'm like, bro.
No,
I'm
once
just
they send
waking
that
up.
money,
Once they
they
send
own
that
your
money,
birthright.
they can even invite you to come and cook in the house. You can come and
So
cook.
as a lawyer, it would be wrong for us to leave this set without me asking.
Before you
As a
ask your
DJ,
your lawyer, I know you must bring it up.
Mhm.
But let me talk about the roles the DJ is also playing when it comes to do with dance trends. Yes, I know we have so many dance trends. I can't even remember. I think from the Guara Guara, the Kazumba, the Azonto, name them.
Yeah.
You know, the the go. If that's a dance trend, I don't know. But I believe that DJs, you guys play like very important roles when it comes to this dance step.
Are you asking me?
You guys.
No. First of all, no. I like dance trends.
Yes.
Maybe if we play the songs in our events and people know it, they dance. You know, like of course we'll always play off that. But I feel it's more of right now we're in an influencer world now.
Yes.
Like it's more of the influencers that are putting out trends. Just like we can only amplify. Like I don't know how to dance. To say,
Is it because you don't know how to dance?
no,
That's
no,
why-
no, 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 not that I don't know how to dance, but I'm like, I'm not going to dance. Take it or leave it. Do you understand? But I
Not
would
that
play
you
the
don't know how
dance
to
songs. Do you get? And you guys would dance. That's my own job is to make you guys dance.
Neptune,
So-
how about you?
No, that's also, I mean, he said it right, because that's also influencing the dance trend. You know, if you're a DJ,
Yeah.
because I've seen DJs that can dance as well.
Yes.
You get me? If you have that skill embedded in you, I mean, kudos, you get me? But that's how life is. You can't have everything. You get me? But the important thing is, yes, this is trendy. As a DJ, you know it is trending at that time, and people would expect you to
yeah.
play it. And when they play, and when you eventually play it, they do the dance trend. So automatically, you've also added value to
And
the
then you
trend.
just elaborate
Yeah,
it
and
more.
then it just
amplify.
keeps
You
getting
guys should
bigger.
learn how to dance.
It's funny. No, both of you can dance.
I mean, I'm
He
trying.
can- he can move his body. He can.
This one, can you dance?
He's controlling crowd now.
I'm letting you guys dance.
But it's always good to know your strength and stick to it, and not.
I'll
end
now
up-
come out and now just say,
and
what's
now
going on
look
here?
like- Yeah.
We will dance before you leave here today.
Okay, one last question
Okay.
before we wrap up. As you talked about riders and all of those things. Those things to me sound like stuff that should be in agreements. I know that for artist performances, we have performance agreements. Do we have the same, especially within Nigeria for DJs?
I will speak for myself. I do have like a performance time agreement. I put it in my contract. Like when you book me, if you want me to, we might have like a verbal conversation before the agreement gets to you. Oh, bro, can you do a 90-minute set? Can you do a 120-minute set? And if I agree to that, I would put it on there. Then that's it. But if you come to this side of the world, I always come back here.
This side of the world.
Yeah, this side of the world where people attend event late.
Neptune, when will
You
you
get
write
me?
your book anyway? This side of you have a lot of people.
This side of the world.
Yes, this side of the world. That's the name of the book.
Because I mean, say, okay, let's use crowd controller. Now you book crowd controller, right? and you tell him, oh, the event starts by 6 p.m. and it's going to end by 12 midnight. He gets there, or his team gets there like 2 p.m., set up, sound check, everything good. He arrives by 6, and then your guests don't get in properly like 9 p.m., and then he starts playing by 9 p.m. And then he already has an agreement with you for 6 to 12. And then 12 midnight is like, oh, guy, I'm done. I want to leave. Trust me, at that time, how would you respond? If it comes to you and say, based on our agreement,
Lawyer.
it's time for me to leave.
I'm going to answer as a lawyer.
Okay.
And what I do with my artists. Like, you have to pay for extra time. I'm not kidding you. Like, that's one thing that I do.
I love.
Like, I stated there, like, if my artist waits for an hour and he's not performing yet, we are at liberty to leave. We're not obligated to stay and perform after that. And if we decide to renegotiate, it's not going to be out of the world.
Good. I love that answer, but you also understand we are in this side of the world where people do not respect the law.
Maybe like you
Because
said.
at that time it will be like,
meant to be before
Ogbeni, what are you
That's
saying?
what I'm saying.
If you leave here, we scatter your laptop.
So I think this is
You didn't hear what
I
Neptune
think
just said.
that's what I'm saying. I think this is unique to the DJ.
It's
to
not
this
to
side of
see.
the world for artists that me I know. If they've come,
So you see, so I won't say it's an annoying thing, but hopefully the culture gets to that stage. So you
Yeah.
see, with artists,
Wow.
right? Artists are still pampered as
Yes,
babies
that's what
because
I'm saying.
it's still that special vocal, that special
Yes.
voice, that special person they want to see. But you see, with DJs, yes, you have DJs who are also like celebrities that are well
Yes.
respected, but because our territory is saturated, there are a lot of people who are not into the game because they want to do it. They are just into it for the razzmatazz. It's not the passion or whatnot. They are ready to take whatever just to be on there and demonstrate whatever skills they feel they have. So that has also declined the business, and it's not just in our territory. That's a global thing. And with infusion of technology and all of that, which is cool, but it's now made it seem like everyone can wake up and say, I'm a DJ. But that's where real DJs are still, there's DJs and they are DJs. You get me? So in such situations, when you bring up that, oh, based on our contract, it's time to leave, everyone, they will forget that there's contract too. Then they will say, why are you acting difficult now? But you see that my guest didn't arrive on time. But there was a contract. You signed, I signed. You get me? So, like I said, hopefully the culture will get to that stage where DJs will be respected enough for people to understand that, oh yes, we did have an agreement and we need to stick to it. Hopefully I pray we get there.
And you pray that time will come in this side of the world, right?
I mean,
Yes.
20 years
it
ago,
will.
Afrobeat is not what it is now. So
will.
You're
it's-
global now.
like right now, there's a
Yeah.
culture shift. The
Yes.
DJs are literally
Yes.
like spearheading the nightlife. And like you said, the nightclubs are suffering because to guys, why am I going to book a table 2 million? You've not even bought drinks. When I go to a DJ rave and I won't even spend half of that and I have a good
Best time of
time. You know, so
Wow.
So yes, like if we do, the problem in Nigeria is that, or this side of the country is that we don't work with time, and it's a norm from our flights. If our flights will delay, you will not go. So who am I to now say, let me wait? Even the
yeah,
no,
so
it's true.
no, so you also need to be considerate, you
Yes,
know,
obviously.
considering all these elements, these
Yes.
factors, you know, because I mean, yeah, we're in a
It's
country
you.
where
When you're signing
Hey,
that
you
paper,
lawyer.
It's you, lawyer.
Lawyer.
But it is important to protect you. So
Yeah.
even if you can now leave with your laptop, they cannot hold it against
Did you guys say they said
But
I'll break his laptop?
Wait,
my
wait.
dear, you're not on the
Wait,
field,
no,
though.
no,
If
no.
you see where,
If you see-
so I understand because you know when the party is turned up already,
Yeah.
and at that time you want to leave. To some people, like,
But you too, you cannot just pack your yourself.
Are you not doing that?
No,
Ruby?
but based on
No,
contract,
wait, agreement.
But
you say contract.
even with contract, why you have contract is to protect you. If for any reason there is a breach, so you would always have an escape. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I
so
get you.
As against leaving it open ended.
Luckily, enter the field.
yes,
Enter the field.
get your laptop. We'll buy a mixer. Enter the field.
Betty made a promise.
Enter the field.
Even the venue self doesn't used to open on time. So how do you expect us to?
Well,
I've seen one. They said the design. The people that designed the venue, they are not here yet. And party was supposed to start.
So let me give you guys an instant. Like during the last African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast,
Yes.
they booked me and Ruga at the resort, and it was the day of the finals. I was supposed to do the brunch. By 11, I was up, thinking the setup was done. There was no setup. I went back to my hotel, and then they called me. Oh, we can't do the brunch because the setup. I said, okay, cool. We'll do the after rave party of the finale. My dear, after the finals, that was when they started taking the stage. I was like, how? Bro, they finished setup at 1 a.m.
Ah.
There was nobody to perform to. But they knew it wasn't our fault.
Yeah.
They paid us. They even still give us our balance. And then we came back home.
What the
But
shit?
in this side of the world,
Yes.
guy, but you see what happened now.
No, if he pay you now.
The balance don't enter voicemail.
Do you know how many balance that has been owed?
How many?
If I
Can you
collect all my
count?
balance, I have to buy new car. Say, guy, man, we didn't make sales.
Just like that.
Or the thing no rock. Or our ballers no come.
And
See,
But now they shit
you know the painful part, right? When I send my contract and I put it there, upon signing, XYZ percentage, a week before, because I don't know how to, I don't know how to
like
owe people
wahala.
money,
Yeah.
but people feel it's okay to owe me money. So when I put it there a week before, pay me my. When they see that, say no, now when you arrive the venue, I say I'm not doing arrive the venue because when I'm at the venue, you're running up and down, and I cannot be chasing you like
Chasing you
counter
around,
rats.
yes.
Make it easy for you, make it easy for me.
How about if the celebrant need to pick money that they spread before they pay you?
Speaking of spraying money, it was the event I
to you.
did. They sprayed me money. The guy said, I saw them spray you money now. Isn't that okay for your balance?
Actually, there's a guy that booked me. I don't want to mention the country. And the city was taking me to. No, I won't do that. The city was taking me to. Like, Baba, I don't pay your performance, so. But those boys, all those Igbo boys, they spray money where. So just know, say for that spray, when they go give you 40%, I'm not looking
Are you serious?
I don't understand. Are you the one that will be on the deck doing all the magic?
He told you that.
He told me that. But now it didn't happen. Now, come on, man. Like I picked all my money, man.
Come on.
In this exchange rate era.
You
No
should.
way.
Oh, guys, I don't want you guys to go.
This is
I
so
don't want you
interesting.
guys to go. It's such an interesting conversation here. Anyway, I don't think I can ever be a DJ. I go down fight.
I'm going to be a DJ someday.
Yes,
And
you
he's
should.
buying you a
going to-
mix.
Yes,
You
I'm
should.
going to
We
teach
need you
me.
on the field.
We
Come
need you on
on.
the
Luckily,
field.
So
will
you
cry.
put your legal practice
As
to
your legal practice
to the job.
they will blacklist
You
her.
don't know shit.
No, they won't blacklist her because when the conversation comes up, we say, like our colleague.
Our colleague, yeah,
Once
yes,
it's
our
time,
colleague.
he packs her laptop and go. You become the reference point for us.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
Should
we're
we
wrapping up.
play the game?
Yes, of
or-
course.
Oh,
of
there's a
course.
game?
There's a game.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
okay.
I'm so happy Neptune is my team member.
Oh, so
Do you know before you came, I begged. He told me that he does not know songs.
I don't know songs.
Wait. Luckily, you already sold you.
I'm
No,
sorry.
this
No,
is
I had
cheating
to.
now.
no. So it's not that
Why?
he doesn't know
Why the
songs.
Ojoro?
He told me that he does not know. So if I fail, it's ground controller. It's
So
actually no fault of
you
mine.
tried buying a team member.
I didn't buy him. I was just asking
He
him.
was
And
telling
then
me
he
that
even said that he cannot.
He's
So
a
I
sound
come and
controller.
take him.
Well, guys, I always win when it comes to this game. I
Hey,
always
gang,
do
gang.
win.
Sure.
Yeah. No, Neptune.
No, you guys
will
are
not
supposed
try
to
me,
get
Neptune.
that.
Neptune will not
Hey.
try me.
Well, I'll try my
I
So
best.
shoot, Lachlan. Let's
So
let's roll.
it's a simple one, song association. So we have Team Lockley and we have Team Cheche.
Okay.
Last chance.
Well, is
Do
there
you
a
want
price,
to
is there a
the
price
winner.
attached to this?
Do you
please?
Yes,
Let
of
me-
course.
What's the price?
When you
Start
win,
price?
they'll tell you the price.
No.
don't give. We don't come and buy us
It's
ice
this side
cream.
of the world.
This side of the world.
Let's go.
Okay, so I think usually we do 3 rounds. Then
Okay.
you obviously know the winner from the third round, which would be me.
No, you've never won before.
That's not true. Where
How?
are you guys?
Mr. Director. No, I
That's
won
not true.
twice.
That's not true. Last time
Guy,
it was
where
way
would they go?
equal.
They
equal.
don't have
Abeg,
It was a tie. It was equal. It was a tie. We just dashed you.
No, it's not dash me. It's not dash me. We won you. Okay, but you guys give us a word.
Okay, so this is how we go. We'll give them a word, so they will tell us. They will sing the song that has that word in it.
Oh, you give us a word
Like-
and you
like-
now
like
sing the
a
song.
word.
Oh.
Okay.
Have you given us a word? Me, I want to start to.
Start
No,
what?
let them start.
No. I heard that's a problem.
No, Example.
She's just giving an example.
What's problem? There's no problem here.
I'm nervous already.
Okay,
What's that? What's the word?
go ahead.
What's the word?
Casanova.
Hey, that's in for song.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mr.
Five.
Casanova.
Your time is up.
I'm telling you.
She said it. What song is that? Mr. Casanova is what song? What song, Ojoro? You failed.
By James Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's a classical. You don't know the classical.
Thank
No,
you.
classical music.
Thank you, DJ Prince. Thank you. DJ Prince song. You failed. 1-0. Let's go.
God, and I know somebody so good Casanova.
You see?
Oh God, I'm going to cry. I don't like this thing.
You will cry. Don't worry. Well, let me take a sip first. You've not seen anything. To remember all the song we play. Remember all the songs. Yeah, you guys are wasting our time. We want to win.
Okay, it's not big English because I just want to be lenient.
Lenient on who?
On both of you. Hey, damage. Your time starts now. 1.
Damage control.
Which kind of damage control?
Let my artist sing now.
John,
Why are you interrupting?
John.
No, that's not allowed. Why are you interrupting?
I found my own. That was by Lewis Hamilton.
What kind of thing is that?
Okay, so
Neptune, why did you remember?
They failed it. We got it right. Did you check? We didn't get it. So.
We all failed. Okay.
So next,
That song is a
Alright, give me
classical.
next one,
music.
next one.
Don't know.
Give them a word.
Please now, let's get it.
Why are you begging
Are you
us?
ready? Are you ready?
Eh.
No, I already have one. I'm gonna get to.
Hey.
1,
Oh my God,
2,
I'm gonna tell you that again.
4, 5. Amy, I'm gonna get to
10 seconds. It's 10 seconds.
5.
He's 5. He's 5.
You guys are
failed.
cheating
You have failed. You have failed.
So I'm gonna get to.
Okay, but at least I got.
Omogeto. Emi Omogeto. That's the song. Omogeto. Emi Omogeto.
I got half of it.
That's why you got quarter of it. You have failed. 2-0.
That's from Mobat on God.
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes,
get
yes,
to.
yes.
You're looking for Emi Omogeto. Emi Omogeto na moto.
You
Oh, law school.
You two, you are singing along.
Mr. Director, we are winning. Give me a word. If Cheche don't go, why is swearing for me now? I said I will win now.
I'm banking on you.
There's no crowd here to control. I'm just the only one. Shoot.
Hey.
Neptune, be honest.
Was that time for us to
Yes, now.
No,
If you
now,
waste
what's
time, you
all this?
fail.
Just.
That's the game. And what? There's so many words in the dictionary. Drop.
Lituation.
Situation.
Who sang
It sounds
lituation?
simple. 1, 2,
Lituation. I can't remember.
Well
the
done.
name.
What song?
Thank you.
What song?
What song?
What song? I told you who sang my
What song
song.
is lituation?
That damage, did they tell us the first one? They
Damage
did
is
not tell us the first one, they did not tell us something.
They're making words,
Damage
though.
is by terms
They are
now.
making words up. Bro.
Damage is by terms now.
Situation
Where's
is
your own?
not. It's not a made up word.
Damage
Okay,
is
so
by
what
terms.
song? At least when I
What
gave
song
you,
was that?
when I gave you a no, you see, I didn't use Google for mine.
We won. We won.
How do you give a word? Why you don't?
You can't use
No, how to play them the
You
song
can't
then.
use that.
We've won.
You
You have to overrule that.
We won. Thank you.
No, how? But they didn't get anything.
They
They
didn't
didn't
get
get
it,
anything.
so.
So final round, I'll have to call.
What
No,
do you
but
mean? We have
it's not fair.
congratulated
They
each
didn't
other.
tell us
No,
the
now.
artist who sang the
No,
song.
no, but you didn't tell us the first time.
We are just to not know.
I'll give a song.
Okay.
Anybody that gets it first.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me take
Okay.
a sip.
This is the one.
I'm not sipping. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you sip, you make it.
Sanko.
Sanko.
Sanko! 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 Hey, what do you mean? What do you mean?
That's equal. Okay, last try.
Don't play.
Okay. So,
Don't play.
Since nobody is winning this one, it's a tie.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough. Nice
She's
one.
happy.
Thank you.
Don't shake them. Don't shake them. Don't shake them.
No, it's fair
Always a
game.
tie.
Fair
It
game.
was
Fair
not
game.
easy.
Fair game.
It was not easy.
We did well.
We did well. At least we did not lose.
High
This is
five.
the
We
problem.
won originally.
We did.
We
Yeah,
won.
we did. With our Joro.
We won originally. Ojoro don't
Oh my God, this was so interesting. Thank
I
you
love
so
love,
much
love.
for coming on our podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Lagos, it's been such a pleasure, guys. The
Yeah.
world, actually, everyone watching, listening to us on Culture Sonic. Thank you so much. DJ Neptune, thank you
you.
for coming. DJ Kontroller! But you sure did not win.
You guys
Till
know me.
everyone, excuse you.
It was a time.
It was a tie, yeah.
Yeah, that it was a sketch.
DJs. oh.
Cheche
DJs.
Smith here, and of
Oh,
course,
that's a
my
competition
co-host
for
that
another
failed. She didn't win.
Sorry, guys. My name is Lachlan,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm a winner.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for hanging out with us. We love you.
Thank
Bye.
you so